Alright, I grabbed a couple of problems out of the book so you wouldn't have to copy the whole thing down, and you can kind of refer back to them. This is problem number 7 in section 7.3. On the notes a second ago, we said our new z for a population proportion using the CLT is going to become p hat minus p over the square root of pq over n. Remember that p hat is the sample proportion, p is the population proportion. Alright, so we're going to be very careful about which one is which on this. Let me go back here. So, a large car dealership claims 47% of its customers are looking to buy an SUV. A random sample of 61 customers is surveyed. What's the probability that less than 40% are looking to buy an SUV? First things first. What is the population proportion? Well, the population in this problem is the customers of this dealership. So the proportion of them is the 47%. Okay? For p hat, that is the sample proportion. Well, the sample is the people who, that we're testing here in this 61 customers. 40% of them are looking to buy an SUV is what we're testing. That's what we're looking for, okay, the probability of. And our sample size is 61. Here's what I see. I see that we have a sample of 61 customers, and so I have to use the CLT. And so using the CLT means I have to change my z by using p hat. Okay, and I'm changing x, mu, and sigma into this. So let's go find a z value. For z, I have p hat minus p over the square root of p times q over n ac. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to toss that in the calculator. Just a side note about computation. The order of operations is legit here. I just go ahead and take negative 0.07 divided by, and in my square root I can do this times this divided by this. I don't need to go in and find, I don't need to go and change it to a fraction and all of that stuff. I can just do this times this divided by this, because the order of operations will do that just fine. Alright, I wanted to note here that I'm getting 1.095 and I need 2 decimal places, so this is negative 1.1. So, I'm going to go to negative 1.1, 0, and I get 0.1357. Here's our big question. If we're looking for less than 40%, that means I'm going this way. And so this is my probability. Now you could write it as a percent if it was asked for, but if not, just leave it just like that. We love probabilities as decimals. Alright, on problem 14. Major appliance retailer claims 18% of all appliances sold are dishwashers. 112 appliances are sold or randomly selected. What's the probability that the proportion of dishwashers sold differs from the population proportion by over 2%? Whoa! Let's start here. What's the 18%? Well, the 18% is the population proportion. Okay. What's the 112? 112 is n, the sample size. Now look at this sentence. Differs from the population proportion by over 2%. The population proportion was 0.18. If I differ by 2%, it's 0.16 to 0.20. And over 2% is this. And remember that the mean is approaching the population proportion. So this is nice and symmetric. This is your mean, okay? So I need to do 2 of these. I need to go and find the probability of each part. You should hit pause here and see if you can go and find those 2 probabilities. Alright, the first one I'm going to do is 0.16. So I'm going to go p hat minus p over square root of pq over n. Okay. And then I'm going to do that again for 20%. Oh, minus 0.20. Oh, 0.18. 82 over. Alright, calculator time. Divided by 18. Negative 0.55. So you know what I know? Ha ha ha, we love symmetry. Alright, so I'm going to head to my table and I'm going to look up negative 0.55. Why? Because, I'll show you, 0.2912. Because it tells me this area is 0.212. Oh no, I lost it. 2912, I was right, okay. So you know what that means? This is 0.2912. So we're just going to take 0.2912 and double it. Yay! This is the probability. Wow. Look at all the stuff that we've been doing combined with the new and how it all kind of rolls together. We're going to do one more. This is it for all the marbles. There we go. Okay. So problem 15 says, a popular restaurant downtown says 20% of diners order the daily special. Consider a random sample of 128 people who dined at the restaurant. What's the probability that the proportion of diners who ordered the special differs from the population proportion by less than 1%? Guys, this one is for you to practice. So I'd like you to hit pause here and see if you can get through this problem. Alright, I know population proportion in, and then I'm going to be finding between 0.19 and 0.21. Less than 1%. So I have 2 z-scores to find. How'd you do so far? Symmetry. I go look up negative 0.28 and I get 897. That's this. So I need to do 1 minus. For this. This. Okay, yeah. Okay, so to find the difference between them. Oh, sorry. I got a little too close. I can't. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Are you as much a mess as I am? I am having a really bad struggle these days. 2206. Yay. Shoo. Alright, that is section 7.3, and you know what else? That's the end of chapter 7. That means you have a test coming up next week, and yes, it'll be on hawks. You have a quiz today, the day I'm posting this, so I hope that you get that accomplished. And you've got a review to do that is in hawks. That way you can kind of get used to the questions and how you're expected to answer. Oh, I found my pencil after all that. So, you have a lot to do. So I'm going to let you go. You can get busy on that. Come see me during the chats and we'll talk about what in the world just happened, okay?